Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Barr, you've written and spoken about morality and your worries about the destruction of, and I'm quoting you, any kind of moral consensus in society, and you wrote quite extensively on this when you were Attorney General. And you've been described as an institutionalist, someone who cares about the Department of Justice and the government. That's a good thing. But you've agreed to work for someone who relentlessly attacks the press, calling them fake news and the enemy of the people. The president criticizes the FBI nonstop. He belittles generals. He calls the Mueller investigation a witch hunt. He believes the claims of Putin over the judgment of our intelligence community, and it's been objectively verified that he lies every single day and changes his mind on a regular basis. So are you concerned, having written about morality and consensus in our society, are you concerned about the way Donald Trump undermines the institutions in our society that help us to maintain a moral consensus?
No, Senator, and I'd like to make a point about the witch hunt, which is we have to remember that the president is the one that, is denied that there was any collusion and has been steadfast in that. So presumably he knows facts. I don't know facts. I don't think anyone here knows facts, but I think it's understandable that if someone felt they were falsely accused, they would view an investigation as something like a witch hunt, where someone like you or me who doesn't know the facts, might not use that term.
Well, you're certainly coming to his defense. As I said, it's been objectively verified that he lies on a regular basis. I have a question about immigration. In your written statement, you wrote that, quote, "We must secure our nation's borders and we must ensure that our laws allow us to process, hold, and remove those who unlawfully enter." And this kind of sounds like Jeff Sessions' zero-tolerance policy. I did ask you that before, whether you would continue to go after people who are not coming through our regular checkpoints. Would you go after them for deportation?
I thought I said that our zero-tolerance policy is to prosecute people who are referred to the department by DHS for illegal entry.
Well, under a no-tolerance policy, everybody who comes in not through the checkpoints would be deemed, I would say, subject to prosecution. So
No, anyone who comes
No?
in illegally and is going to be referred to us for a violation of the legal entry statute will be prosecuted.
Yes.
But DHS is not referring, as I understand it, is not referring families so that there is no more separation.
Yes, instead we have a lot of them in family detention facilities. I have visited them. What about the 11 million or so undocumented immigrants in our country? Because you say that we have to process, hold, and remove those who unlawfully enter. Now, the 11 million or so undocumented people have unlawfully entered, a number of them because they're just visa overstayers. So what do you propose to do with these people who have been here in our country for a long time, many of who work and who pay taxes?
Well, I think it just highlights the need for for Congress to address the whole issue of our immigration laws.
So do you support comprehensive immigration reform, an effort that we undertook in the Senate in 2013?
I support addressing some of the problems that are creating the influx of illegal aliens at this point, and also addressing the question of border security.
Well, what about the 11 million undocumented people who are already here?
Well, Congress is able to determine that policy as part of immigration legislation.
So that is the largest group of undocumented people. They are the largest group of people who are here illegally, and as you say, you would like to.
The zero tolerance policy, as I understand it, has to do with people who are coming in.
Yes, I know that, but
illegally.
you know that when I talk about the 11 million people, that they are undocumented. They live in the shadows. Many of them do pay taxes, and so that is the largest group that's here. This is why we worked really hard for comprehensive immigration reform. I hope that you support that kind of effort. Do you believe birthright citizenship is guaranteed by the 14th Amendment?
I haven't looked at that issue.
It says right there in the 14th Amendment that anyone born, basically, born in this country is a U.S. citizen. And there are those who think that that should be done away with. Are you one of them?
Could you give us a brief answer, Mr.?
Yeah, as I say, I haven't looked at that issue legally. That's the kind of issue I would ask OLC to advise me on, as to whether it's something that's appropriate for legislation. I don't even know the answer to that.
It's certainly been interpreted for a long time as saying that people who are born in this country are citizens. Shall I continue, or should I ask for a third round?
I think the chairman would like to finish today, and I think your time's expired.
So I can't ask for a third round?
I'm fine. You can have third, fourth, fifth round.
Thank you.
But I'm not
I
chairman.
just have a few more, so I can wait.
Okay, why don't we do that?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Senator.